Yeah, I think that would be difficult for not just my teammates, but anyone in general to be going through what Tyreek's going through right now. I think the main thing is his family is safe. His loved ones are good. He's good as well. I know it's a little cliche to say, but those things like that, part of the house, some of those things can be replaceable. But I'm just glad that a lot of his family members are safe. No, I wasn't able to talk to him. I didn't know that had happened until after practice. So we're thinking of them, hoping that everyone's good. I don't think I am making this any bigger than what it is. I understand that there's seeding at stake, if you will. But outside of that, I think if we continue to prepare the way we've prepared, and play team football, in which I think that's the most important thing for our team in this back half, that I think we'll be fine. Well, I think the most important thing in games like that is that we continue to fight, regardless of what the scoreboard says. And in regards to that, what you don't want to do is you don't want to make something that's bad worse. And compounding that with interceptions, the turnovers, you can't do that. And I think that's what they meant by pressing and whatnot. So, you can't have everything back in one play. So that's what I would say. Shoulder's good, brother. It's all good. Thank you. Well, everyone has the nicks and bruises at this point of the season. So, that's not an excuse for me. But that's what was going on. So, yeah, I take a lot of pride in it. But I also take pride in helping our team win. And I look back at some of the losses that we've had. Wish I could have had some plays back. Wish we could have done some things different. I think those things stick in my brain more than where I'm at right now in the season. Things that I could have done better to help our team. Not really. I haven't heard anyone say much this year about concussions having to be something that was what I had last year. Everyone has their own ways of how they've had their concussions, whether it was a hit or a hit from the ground, and other different ways. But I would say no to that this year. Yeah, I think my relationship has been good with those guys. I think those guys have also done a great job. This isn't an easy offense to work yourself into, given the longevity of the calls and things you need to really hone into with the motions and hear for if it's tagged for you or not. But this late into the season, I think they've done a good job. Yeah, I would say that's our goal. Short term, we want to win the division. But like I've said in many of these press conferences, in order for us to go where we want to go, we got to win every game, and it starts with this week. They're very sound defensively. They're coached well. They know where their problems are, and they hide their problems well. They're really good in that sense. They're really good also with their disguise and show and shell, and then going to one high, disguising that with their other coverages within their two high deal. So they present some good problems for us, and it's going to be a good challenge for us this Sunday. It wouldn't matter what team we play. I think what matters to us is our style of football and how we play and how we execute. That's all that matters. I think it'd mean a lot to the team for us to do that. So we're looking forward to the challenge this Sunday, and we'll be ready. Yeah, I think our guys up front, I think our guys outside, offense and defensively, will be able to handle what the Bills have. I say that because a lot of our guys, we have a lot of guys that have been told they can't, like a lot of guys that can't do this, can't do that. And I think they've heard enough and they want to do something about that. Well, it does get tough, especially when it comes to family. But that you have to find your happy medium. Everyone's different with how they find that and how they go about their business. And so it's up to every individual, with how they go about that process. Yeah, I think we've have done that, but it was just to the extent of being deliberate with how we are offensively in and out the huddle. No one talking when I'm spitting out the play, and then after the play, then you can ask your question with what the formation is and whatnot. And then after the play is done, getting back to the huddle, what's the personnel, things like that. We sort of try to simulate as game-like situations, whereas sort of prior to that, just our operation just wasn't as good. Yeah, I think a lot of it is trial and error for me throughout the years. What's worked, what hasn't worked, and then trying new things, and then also asking veterans what their process is. I think someone that has a really good process or a routine weekly is Christian Wilkins. He has a really good process with how he goes about taking care of his body, taking care of the mental aspect of things, how he goes and does his thing. But just hearing everyone's process, it is different and tailored to what I do, but it's also cool that I can find what works for me and implement what needs to be implemented. It's a blessing that I get to play, the entire season. I think anyone would say the same around the league, that it's a blessing to make it this far. As healthy as anyone could be right now, leading up to this week. So very blessed, very fortunate, and I don't take this for granted.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.